pulling down, back, and then letting it come forward. Hey, today we're going to be doing a half kneeling, single arm pull down. So what does this mean? This means that I'm going to be kneeling with one leg down, one foot flat on the ground in front of the cable machine. What's really helpful is if you put a yoga mat down or like an AirX pad or like a wobble pad or something like that, just something to protect your knee. If you don't need that, that's fine. That's up to you. Totally your choice. From here, at swell, it's really nice to kind of position the cable directly splitting your inseam. This is just going to make it super consistent from each set to the next and each side to the next. One thing we don't want to do is constantly be changing where we're setting up, because that's going to be changing the way that we're going to be changing straightening the shoulder. We really want to provide consistency and stability to it and just be really consistent the whole time. So the side of the arm that's going to grab it is going to be the same side of the foot that's down, and you're just going to reach up, grab the weight. From here, I want you to think about creating a solid foundation with this foot, okay? As this is really going to be where your base of support's from. What we don't want to have happen is be in a position where this is going to be resting the whole time, so you are going to have to scooch back a little bit. You may have to bend over at the hips because we want a straight line up through here. What I like to do is take my opposite hand and put it on my thigh, or put my forearm on my thigh. I'm not just resting it, I'm actively pushing down into it, and what this is going to help me do is create as much stability as possible. I want stability through my whole torso because the shoulder is inherently an unstable joint. And for an unstable joint to feel really safe and secure and kind of comfortable enough to do what it's supposed to do, everything else needs to be stable. If this is unstable and everything else is unstable, it's just going to go terribly. It's going to be like trying to fire like a loose water hose out of like a canoe. Like you're never going to hit anything. The canoe's probably going to flip. It's going to be a mess. So solid base support, taking my forearm, pushing down for a base support. As always, we're going to do our 360-degree breath. And what I'm thinking about is pull my tricep to my ribs. If I think about pulling my hand down, I could just do a bicep curl. I want my lat to work, and my lat's going to attach right here on my humerus. So I'm going to just think about pulling that point down. Okay? So I extend up nice and controlled. You'll notice still things aren't moving. And I'm pulling down. If you really want to feel your lat and you haven't been able to do it, focus on your forearm. What you want to do is have a straight line from the cable machine through the cable to the forearm, and what that's essentially doing is that all the load from gravity is going through this joint, not landing on the bicep and being shifted over here. So as you pull down, think about keeping that forearm equal with the cable and coming back. Okay, I'll show you one without my shirt so you can kind of see my shoulder blade moving. But you want to fully protract it and retract it as best as possible. Pulling down, back, and then letting it come forward. Enjoy.